Link is in the description. Top of the morning, top of the morning. Same old, same old. I hope y'all had a great Sunday. If you celebrate Easter, how was your Easter? I hope you had an awesome Easter or whatever the case may be. I hope you had a great Sunday, a great Sunday. It's a beautiful day. If you're watching this video, that means your time isn't up within this earth rim. So get off the couch, get off your ass, get on your purpose, hit the like button. This title of this video, I know y'all like, I'm the king. What the hell you got going on? If you go in the description, I put the link to the video that I watched in the description. And there was a part in that video that made me want to, that like spoke to me and made me want to do a video. That's why I name titled this Ladies. I'm trying to get some ladies in the building. So I got to ask them a question. Ask them the question that's the title. Do you support LGBTQ? I don't support it and I don't stand it, I don't deal with it. Uh, they do what they do, I do what I do. No, I don't. I don't. No, I wouldn't. No, I would say I don't support it. But it is what it is. I don't have a heaven nor a hell to place those people in. So, you know, who am I to judge them when I live in sin as well? Just a different sin. But I need to get some ladies in here. I want to get some females in here this morning. Real topic, real topic. I got the link in the description. If you guys want to get more in depth with why I did this video and what they're talking about, that's a great channel to be subscribed to as well. They got some really good content over there, and it's a podcast based out of Atlanta, and they got some good stuff going on over there. So I want to ask the ladies a question because the guy that was a part, that's the guest on there, is a born again Christian. This should be illegal while driving. Cook, cook block. You cook block? What you mean? You're cooked block. You're cooked block. I'm trying to understand what that means. You're cooked. Did you word that right or you was typing so fast your mind didn't register what you were saying? This should be illegal while driving. Coke the block. Your coke block. You saying my coke? Now I mean it. It's not making sense, is what I'm saying. You cooked block. What does that mean? Or as you saying my coke block? Because people, I got this code up here because people always think I'm driving in reverse. So I think you worded it wrong or something, and you might want to slow it while you type it because it don't make sense. I don't get it. But anywho, like I said, so the link is in the description for the video that prompted me to want to do this video. Is this guy is a born again Christian. He's the guest that's on it, and he give his life story about um, as a child, um, I guess being sexually harassed, sexually assaulted. Um, he didn't realize how different he was at first, but he say, now that he's older, he realized how different he was. He had a broken wrist. He walked with the broke wrist when he was a kid. He had a weird, a little soft tone and voice. And he said he walked with a switch. But he said that, this ain't me, I'm not trying to laugh, but he said that as a kid, he really liked girls. He used to really write letters to girls, like the, you like me and all that. He used to write letters to females or whatever, to girls or whatever, right? And he said, but his mannerisms read something else. But he said in his mind, he was regular. He was a normal person. But he guessed by his mannerisms or how he carried himself prompted people to think that he was gay or whatever. So he got introduced to homosexuality by an uncle. It's always a fucking uncle. I swear, them uncles, boy. Hey, I'm an uncle to many. Hey, boy, I break a nigga face, goddamn. Nah. We ain't gonna do that, man. I feel like that got to be one of the worst. I feel like if you steal something from somebody, you can be forgiven. I feel like if you fight somebody, break their nose, bust their lip, black their eye, it will heal and you can be forgiven. Hell, even if you murder somebody, depending on how you murdered that person, you can be forgiven. Now, if you just go out here and shamelessly murder the weak, a elder person, a baby, somebody minding their own business, is a bullying women, bullying dudes that's clearly not as strong as you or whatever, and you kill them, that's unforgivable if you ask me. Even though thou shalt forgive. But if you sexually assault a child or you sexually assault an adult and you take it from them, not only did it's spiritual, you don't damage this person possibly for life. You took something away from them that can't be forgiven, but thou shalt forgive. So the guy gave his speech about. So the guy gave his speech about. The guy gave his speech about. The guy gave his speech about. I'm glad I got what's called on here to well when people say something extremely dumb, it won't post. I have to clear. Like some people put messages on here. Yoda, Yoda, keep it up, Yoda. I'm a headshot you, Yoda. You're gonna be up out of here. I'm a headshot you. You're gonna be up out of here. I'm glad I got a particular thing on my YouTube to where when somebody say something extremely dumb, I have to approve that message. But anyway, uh, so the guy say he was sexually assaulted as a kid. The guy say family members, people, cousins, everybody say he was always around sexual stuff, sexual, just high volumes of sexuality, sex, touching, experimenting. And he said his uncle was so bold. They were so young. He was like 6 or 7. His uncle said he said his uncle was on the phone His uncle came in the room to him and said, "Hey, I know a lady that want to give you a blowjob. You want a blowjob?" And he said he didn't even know what it was, what it meant. It just sounded like earning some money. He said he thought it had something to do with yard work, whatever. And he said, "Goddamn." And then the guest was like, hold on, your uncle said this in front. He was that bold. He said that in front of other kids. Like, yeah." He said that let us know that he been doing this before. He's like, possibly. But he was giving a spiel about how he became the way he was. You know what I'm saying? And he's a born again Christian, and he has a wife now, and he don't indulge in homosexuality or whatnot, right? And he mentioned something like how he hear a lot of women that'll be like that's why I'm trying to get some women in in the comments instead of the trolls. I'm trying to get some women out here because I want to ask females, will you date a delivered born again Christian guy that once upon a time indulged in homosexuality? The reason why I asked that because he said it, then he mentioned something. He said women be like, "No, I can't. You know, I'm a God fearing person. I believe in God, and how can you believe in God and deliverance and all this? God delivered you from whatever you had going on in your life." And the guy said that he was a homosexual, and he been delivered. He don't think like that no more. He's a born again Christian. He's full fledged into the Lord or whatever. He don't even whatever. You know what I'm saying? And how could you say that you won't indulge in that, you won't even give it a shot or a try? Then he said, but you would marry a guy that done slept with over 500 women. Chapter 35 said absolutely not. So chapter 35, I'm assuming you are a female. Um, so you won't deal with a guy. First of all, do you believe in God? Chapter 35. Do you believe in the power of being delivered and deliverance and born again Christian person can change who they are? You have you have Catholic women and nuns who not even say nuns, but probably especially church women that was once upon a time what we consider whores, prostitutes, sold their body to whoever had $40, $20, $50 or whatever, and turned their life all the way around and been delivered from their wicked ways or their ways of the past. And now born again Christians don't sleep around with men waiting for marriage or waited till they got married before they even indulge in any other sexual act and change their life around. Is the guy a sucker for marrying that woman? Grown woman, and yes, I'm Christian. Okay, so you're a grown woman and you're a Christian, but how are you 100% Christian? Do you believe that God can? Let me ask you this: what's the difference between a woman dating a guy that was once upon a time homosexual and been delivered? He's been delivered, and I want y'all to look at this video so y'all know I ain't bullshit. It's in the description. After this live, even if this live is not interesting enough to y'all want to dive into why I did this video, go to the description. You will see it. Click the link. Because I wanted to share this. I wanted to let y'all know I ain't just bullshitting coming up with just scenarios. Um, what's the difference between all right, what's better then? I ain't gonna say what's better, but you toot your nose up and thumb down a guy that been delivered. He say he's been delivered. I can't do that but take for his word. He's been delivered, and God changed his ways, and he's now born again Christian, and he no longer have that demon in him. Because at the end of the day, it got to be some kind of demonic thing that make you just start doing shit like that. So he stopped doing that, and now he's married. Because the guy in this video in the description, he's married now. You thumb down him, but you're a fighter woman, or you're a married guy who been with over 500 women. Now, mind you, ladies, chapter 35, um, oh, 1,000,000%. Okay, cool. The average guy that you ever had sex with have fucked at least 50 women. So if I hear people say, I ain't, that nigga might got AIDS, homosexual, he might got HIV, he might got all that goddamn. if you're willing to have unprotected sex with a guy who done slept with about 100 women, what's the difference between you can possibly catch HIV or AIDS laying up, possibly being committed and marrying this guy who done fucked about 200 women before he got to you, versus with this? I don't see the difference. I really don't. I don't really see the difference. Let me see. Let me see. If God deliver me from my foolishness, he can deliver the next person. I slept with women and no longer have the desire to do so. I'm glad Jessica, I'm gonna put that on. I'm glad Jessica said that. I'm gonna pin this. I'm glad Jessica said this, right? Watch this. Heterosexual. So us, we are designed as men, heterosexual men. We're designed, when you see two fucking lesbian women, especially if they feminine, like two feminine looking lesbian women, it's a turn on to men. It's a turn on to men. Men be wanting, hey, I just want to, even if I can't participate, I just want to watch. Can I sit and watch? Can I sit at the edge of the bed and watch? You know what I'm saying? That's just how a man thinks, right? It's still lust, and it's still homosexuality. It's still gay. So if a woman can say, once upon a time I was gay, I was gay. I dated women. I dated women that looked like men. I dated women. I didn't date men. I dated women. And the dude be like, well, shit, but she want to pursue a man. Man to be right up. If she look good enough, fine enough, or attractive, every damn near every man that's single will step up to the plate and be with this woman. Possibly date this woman, marry this woman, whatever. The double standard is when a guy say, once upon a time I was gay, I was dating men, I was dating men, I've been delivered, now I'm looking for a wife. What the hell do women do to him? There's no difference. It's all preference. It's all preference. Okay, I can go for that. It's all preference. Now I'll tell you, it was curious. I heard him say that, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a video on that because ladies, the average guy you done laid up with done fucked at least 20 women. I'm just being nice when I say 20. If you 30 and 40, if you 40, 30 or fucking 40, 50 years old, and you lay down with a man, you best believe that man done laid on top of at least 40 women in his life. You probably didn't get a health update on him before you laid with him. You don't know what his status is. You just know the nigga got a good job. He generous with his money. He look good. He got a six pack. He got muscles. He got a big dick, and you want it. You don't know if that's a whole fucking walking death right there, a whole walking AIDS victim, an AIDS patient. But you're with him, and you're willing to fight a motherfucking woman over him. So help me understand that. He kind of made a lot of sense with that. It's an interesting build up. It's an interesting story. About an hour, 2 hour long live on. I suggest y'all can subscribe to that channel as well. They got great content over there. It's a podcast. Young brothers. They about like 32, 35, something like that. Some young guys or whatever. But I was saying that to myself. I was like, I ain't never seen a gay man like that I know personally. I don't know nobody personally that was once upon a time gay and then turned straight, turned non-gay. But I've met women that was once upon a time lesbians. I remember when I was 19, 18 or 19. I used to work at this grocery store, Publix grocery store in Buckhead, Atlanta, right? And it was different for me because I come from the hood or whatever. And so I used to drive. I had a car then and everything. I had a Pontiac Phoenix. I never forget. I had an old school Pontiac Phoenix. And I used to drive to work. That was my wild, wild days. Gold teeth at the top and bottom. So I was different from everybody in Buckhead, right? So I going out there working. I was different and they was different. I was learning from them. They was learning from me. However, it was a female that worked there. She was like 7 years older than me. She was about 25, 26. She liked me. So once we exchanged numbers, started talking. So she was like, "Listen, I won't be honest. I was driving her home one day because she lived in East Point. I stayed on the south side of Atlanta, so it's the same little weight. So she was like, I'm gonna be honest. The relationship I had before this relationship with you, I was a lesbian. So I was with a female, a butch or whatever, for like 7 years or whatever, right? And she was like, I like, what made you stop? She said, I stopped because my kids were getting older, and I didn't want my kids to grow up seeing their mama with a same sex relationship. So I said, you really, so you really want to be still? She like, no, I don't fuck around like that no more. But I'm just saying, I'm just using that as an example of how when females are gay and want to be back straight or whatever, it's no problem. I was young and she was older than me, so I felt like just I got these older woman on my ass, on my dick like that. You know what I mean? So but I can imagine how that conversation would have went had the shoes been on other feet. If I was the one 25 and she was 18, and I said, "Hey man, yeah, I used to be gay. Yeah, my kids getting older. I don't want the kids to see me with another man. So now I want to get back straight." The girl would have looked at me like I was crazy. Jessica Jackson. I dated women out of default from the trauma I've experienced dating men. After I grew up, I realized I'm not gay and I stopped choosing the wrong man. I can't be hurt by them. Exactly. But that's really what it boils down to. From a lot of people that I see online, I be seeing online, they always say they was molested as a child, and they thought it was the normal thing to do, and they kind of like got turned out. And a lot of them just was, oh, I was born like this. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like God don't make no mistakes. Um, but if a person say they was born like that, hey, I'm not in their mind. I'm not them as a person, so I don't know what they DNA or what they thought process. I don't know. A lot of them, I wasn't introduced to that. I wasn't introduced to it. I was just born like this. I always felt like a girl in a boy body. I don't know. I don't know. To say that to me is to say that our Creator makes errors, and I don't want. I would not believe that God make an error. But it's an interesting video, y'all. I want y'all to check that video out. I want y'all to check it out. I was just like, damn, man, he kind of made a lot of sense just then. He said that frown down on the guy that was gay and saying that he's delivered and he wants to marry a woman. They won't date him. They'll shine him, but they'll date a guy that done slept with over 500 men. I mean, 500 women. They'll marry a guy that done slept with over 100 women. Like, can you think about it, Jessica, or anybody else that's watching this? All the ladies, I'm talking to the females in the clouds that's watching. You don't have to comment. Just think to yourself, out of all the men you ever dated, how many times you actually asked them, hey, how many partners have you laid with, have you had sex with? You normally don't even do that. You normally just meet a guy, y'all hit it off, exchange numbers or whatever, and it goes more and more deeper and deeper or whatever. Now y'all in a relationship. But you really didn't ask this nigga. You might ask him if he had kids. You might ask him do he have any children. He might tell you he have kids or whatever, or he might ask you, how do you have kids or whatever the case. But you don't ask what's his body count. So if you're not dating a ex gay man that's been delivered, I'm just doing that, yeah. But he might have been delivered. But if he's been delivered and he's ex gay and you frown down on him saying I don't want to date no guy that's been taking dick and sucking dick or possibly got a sexual transmitted disease, but you laying up with a man that have probably fucked every goddamn piece of vagina moving in his eyesight. I know this might be a little explicit, but think about it. Just think about it. If you don't question the guys that you lay with, right now, it's a lady watching this video right now that's committed to a guy right now that's probably fucking all kind of women behind her back right now. She probably know it. Just fight him when she find out about it. Tell him, threaten to leave him or whatever, cry about it or whatever. He win you back over, then he go back to fucking the girls again or whatever. Or he fucking a man. So it's crazy. Everyone is born in sin. Insane doesn't mean You have to give into it. Exactly. Yes, sir. Some people are weaker than others. Some people fight that shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people are weaker than others. Chapter 35. For me to know my man may or may have not have punched on by a man is a turn off, but I don't think it's wrong or sinful for other women to see past, give it a chance. I can understand that. I can understand that. Is it a chapter 35? Is it a turn on to know that your man has been humping on? He'll hump on anything with a slit. Is that a turn? Is that a turn off to you? Is it a turn off to you that he don't have like no preference? Like he'll fuck a super duper BBW. He'll fuck a midget. He'll fuck a one-legged woman that stands at 6'6" tall, inches of height. He'll fuck a fucking a silicone filled woman. He'll fuck a goddamn homeless goddamn junkie woman. He'll fuck a prostitute. Then he'll turn around and fuck the lady that work at the library. Then he'll come home and fuck you. Is that a turn? Is that a turn off? Like he ain't got no limitations. Like he gonna hit anything bending over that's a female. Is that a turn off to you? But I do get it. You know what I'm saying? I do get it. That's why I asked who Christians or whatever. You say you're a 1,000,000% Christian, but you can't see yourself going past like what? All right, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Chapter 35. Now this a crazy one right here. What if the soulmate you was looking for was a guy that once upon a time was gay and he been delivered, and when he came and when God placed him in your life, that was your soulmate right there. Like it was a testimony in there. You was gonna learn more about it, but you shined him. You didn't. Get your ass on, nigga. But this is who God put in your path. Is you mad at God now? It's a turn off. Okay, it's a turn off. But just know, chapter 35. Just know that whatever man you choose to be with, this nigga done fuck goddamn at least 20 women before. Especially if he about 35 or older. He done smashed by 20 women or more. And I'm being so nice when I say 20. I want to put an extra zero behind that shit, but I'm just gonna say 20 to be just to be fair. Kind of fair. So that's a lot of soul ties. That's a lot of different like walks of lives or attitudes or type of people. Did the nigga catch syphilis? Did the nigga catch herpes? Do he have herpes? He just don't have outbreak right now. Do the nigga got HIV? Do you chapter 35? Do you when you get with a guy, do you screen him? Do you say, hey, before I lay with you, be honest, you ain't gotta lie. Because the average woman I know don't, and the average guy don't. Do you screen this guy and say, hey man, I want to see a updated checkup on you before I lay with you? That ain't my soulmate, humble. You heard that, God? She said that ain't her soulmate. So if you send her somebody that done been playing around on the other team, you heard what she said. No, sir. Put in a audible to play. Put in another recruit. Yeah, that's an interesting story though, man. I want y'all to check that out, man. Just have an open mind. I'm just listening to the whole thing. And what's funny is the guy that's in this video that's in the description, he said he had like a twang in his talk, a switch in his walk when he was a kid, young. He wasn't a football. He wasn't into sports at all. So he didn't have like that brolic like mannerisms or whatever the case may be, right? But when you listen to the interview, he don't strike me as a gay dude or whatever. He don't sound like it. But then he talked about that too. He talked about how when he was growing up, how people used to always be like, "Oh man, he gay. Look at your gay ass." And he was like, "But I'm sleeping with dudes that act just like normal heterosexual men." So he was like, "It's just crazy how." how it is. Everybody ain't as basically saying flamboyant or whatever the case may be. He said how he used to hate he used to hate when the school teacher used to tell him to come up to the chalkboard and work out a problem because he knew everybody was gonna be laughing at him because how he switching, how he walk or whatever. So how people you fucking you know what I mean? It's just funny. But it's a good video. It's a good bill. It's a good video. I should check it out. Check it out. Let me see here. There's a difference between a man sleeping with a bunch of women versus a man. I think the Bible calls it unnatural affection. Yeah, could be. Yeah, I agree. I don't want a former homosexual as a husband, nor do I want a husband who is community dick. Jessica, Jessica, he may be a delivered from community dick. If you marry a man, Jessica, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. If you marry a guy, middle-aged guy, 35 older, 40, 45, 50, once upon a time he probably will be what you consider community dick. He may not be community. Shit, it said my phone. Yeah, you know these iPhones. It say my phone is going hot. My phone, it overheat the temperature. He may not be community dick no more, Jessica. He may not be community dick no more when he get with you. But once upon a time, that nigga ass was probably community dick if he was single and he was just mingling around, you know, fucking this one, fucking that one here and there or whatever. So he probably was community dick once upon a time. So are you comfortable with that? Is you cool with that? Just him being, he used to be a community dick, not why he with you, but in his past he was community dick. Because if you're okay with that, then I guess you can be okay. I would think you would be okay with a nigga saying that he used to be fucking gay. I don't necessarily screen my men, but we do have open, honest conversation about his past situation. What if he was lying? What about that? Chapter 35. What if the nigga was lying? You don't screen him, but y'all had conversations about the past. What if he left some shit out? You don't know. You just going off the man word. You going off the man word. We all at this point going off the man word. I mean, going off each other's word. We going off each other's word. You can meet a woman and a woman be like, I ain't had sex. I've been celibate for the last 6 years. Yeah, I ain't did nothing. I just been working on me. And what if she lying through her fucking teeth? What if her ass done been fucking every month, every day, every week of the month? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? She just may not want to appear to be, especially if she like you. I feel like if a human like you, some of them, the 9 times out of 10, they willing to tell a little slight lie just to keep you around. Do you agree? Just to keep you around. I gotta get some breaks. It's starting to sound like I'm starting to hear some scrubbing. I hear the cop car, but I don't see him. Where you at? I hate doing these deliveries out here and down McDonald, Henry County, man. This traffic is terrible. I hear him, but I don't see him. Well, yeah, okay, there you go. I want y'all to check that out. Notice everyone is born. I think in order for a man to tell you the truth, you can't be judging. I believe him. But women to throw some shit in your face, man. It'd be hard for men to open up to females a lot of times because y'all get when you get upset with them, the first thing y'all do is throw a vulnerable situation in his face. You look like you get pegged. Nigga just said, Fox said, you look like you get pegged. Never been pegged a day in my life. But guess what? You look like on the 21st of April, 2021, 2025. I'm tripping. You look like on the 21st of April, 2025, your bitch ass got blocked. Bow, bow. Get your bitch ass up out of here in broad daylight. Rockabye, baby. Get out of here, Fox. Stupid ass nigga. Did you get turned out in prison? No, I didn't get turned out in prison. In prison, I had an awakening that this is the reality that I did not want the rest of my life to be, and I no longer wanted to put my children through it. So I turned my life around in prison, but I never got turned out in prison. Never had a sexual fucking encounter, any sort or whatever. If that's what you get in that tango, and you got one more tango, or you gonna get out of here too. Or you are black. Tango say you are black. I think I'm black. I think I'm black. I don't know what's up with these trolls, man. I don't know what be up with these damn trolls. They wake up morning, noon, and night. This shit must pay a lot of money to be trolling, but you ain't gonna get me. Interesting bill though. Interesting bill. Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. I want y'all to go to the description and check out. If you just got here, go to the description and check out the video I have posted in the description. And you'll see why I did this video. It's an interesting bill. It's okay. See, that's the wrong move because he'll never look at you the same, and he will never open up your bag. That's a fact. I'm gonna pin that. That's a fact. That's a fact. 35. That's a fact. If a man open up and tell you some shit that's vulnerable, that's near and close to him, he feel like he can trust you. He tell you some shit, you throw that shit in his face, or you go gossip that shit, the whole fucking world find out about it. One thing you ain't got to never worry about is that man ever being open and vulnerable and putting himself in a position to tell you some shit ever again. Be very careful dealing with trolls online. I just block them, man. I don't be studying their ass, man. Not like that. We all have a past. I'm speaking of where a person is when I meet them. If we judge, I'm glad I might be in this one, Jessica. If we judge the past, only one who connect. Gay is more than a sexual act. It's a mindset. That's how I know I'm not gay. Okay? My toddler came out as trans. You know what? Trans kid rules. Get out of here with that shit, man. Get out of here with that shit, man. Not in this comment section. Not in this comment section. I'm gonna let shit like that fly. Then you had the title. Then you titled your video. I mean, you titled your name on YouTube is Trans Kids Rule. And get your ass up out my chat with that shit. I don't know if you're trolling or not. Even if you're not trolling, the fact that you just so comfortable talking about your toddler, man, get your motherfucking ass out my chat talking about that shit. Your toddler came out as trans. I need CPS to goddamn go check your household out. Yeah, they are knowing. They are knowing as fuck. We all have a past. I heard that, Jessica. I hear this stuff so much nowadays. I want you to, Larry. I want you to look at the Go. I'm about to end this live when I pull up at this location to get this load. Well, drop this load off. I want you to I want you to check out the video I got in the description. Now, check it out. You can watch it in pieces if you got time to watch the whole thing from A to Z. Watch it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something that's gonna make you be like, "What?" Just be open minded. Just listen to the man's testimony. Just listen to the man's story. You know what I'm saying? And we listen, but we don't judge. You know, we don't have a heaven nor a hell to place any of these people in. We all have a past. So I salute the man for being open and honest about, he didn't have to share his past. You know what I'm saying? He didn't. He don't. You got to think, people. We don't owe nobody shit. You don't owe nobody an explanation about your upbringing. You know what I'm saying? But if you're comfortable enough, male or female, and open enough to talk about your past or whatever the case may be, then as a man, I got to respect that. You know what I'm saying? I have to just respect it now. I don't respect taking advantage of children. I don't respect taking advantage of elders. I don't respect taking advantage of nobody. You know what I'm saying, in a sexual manner, not against their will, or taking advantage of a person that ain't educated enough or smart as like a child. This man said that he didn't turn down the sexual favors because he was afraid. He was a kid and he didn't know how to just say no to him or whatever the case may be. He ain't really, So I feel like you are a piece of shit. I could forgive I could forgive a nigga done burglarized my house or shot me. I could forgive a nigga who done shot me before I could forgive a motherfucker that done took advantage of a child, man. Sexually took advantage of it, done robbed this child, they innocent, or you took advantage of a dope or if you sexually assaulted anybody, I can't get jiggy with that shit, bro. I can't get jiggy with you on that shit. Now, hey man, they say God, so love thy neighbor and have forgiveness in your heart and all that, but it's just certain shit, man, that me as a God fearing man, you know what I'm saying? It's just certain things I ain't too healed from. Well, I ain't gonna say healed because I ain't been scarred from it. I ain't too how can I say this? Just putting it in God's hand, like yeah, check it out, and just like man, but it's just I just feel like it's out of it's 8-9 billion people walking this earth. There are millions and millions of men and women of age that's willing and ready to satisfy any sexual desire you have. And for you to have a kicker out of having sex with somebody you taking advantage of, uh, the elder, the child, the handicapped, unwillingly you spiking people drinks. I can't get jiggy with that shit. I can't get jiggy with that shit. So I want y'all to check this video out. I'm about to turn into this thing in a second. I missed my turn. That's what it was. No, I didn't. Yeah, I missed my turn. Y'all hit the like button, share this video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and it was good. It was good. It's good listening, seeing what you did, hearing the female's perspective about it. I figured that's what y'all was gonna say then, because I had never even met a female. I haven't met a female that said, my husband used to be gay or whatever, or my boyfriend used to be gay, or you know, I knew he was gay when I first got with him, and I liked him so much that now he's not gay. I'm with him now. He's not gay. I have yet to meet a person that was like. I have yet to meet a gay man that was once upon a time gay and been delivered. I've seen it online. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But I look at it like if lesbians can convert and be delivered and change their life, yeah, I got to say a man can do the same thing, and we got to start holding it, looking at it as the same standard. If you're a heterosexual man and you frown and it's frowned upon to you, or you don't agree with the lifestyle of two men rolling around in the bed, same sex marriage or a couple, you have to look that same way when you see women. I don't care how, yeah, I know they be looking pretty. I be seeing some. I had to do a delivery to a female house like 3 days ago, and she was gay. There was two young gay girls. They weren't no more than if 30. If 30, if 30, two young ones, a chocolate one and a brown one. I'm like, look at these two pretty ass fucking lesbians. But hey, it is what it is. This is the lifestyle that they chose. This is what they chose. But you know, as a man, we always looked at it like a turn on seeing two lesbian women. But you know, that's what's up. That's what's up there. Because you have to, you gonna if you're gonna hold one to the fire, one group to the fire, you gotta hold the other one to the fire as well. If you're gonna hold, you gotta hold. If you're gonna hold one to the fire, you gotta hold the other one to the fire as well. You just have to. But you just have to, bro. I mean, it's definitely a mindset, like Jessica said earlier. It's definitely got to be a mindset because everything that you can do sexually with a man, you can do it with a woman, and everything you can do sexually with a woman, you can do it with a man. I never understood that part about a female that's don't date men. It got to be mental because she won't date a man. Man make her it. Ugh, I don't date no motherfucking man, but they would date a woman that emulate and imitate and download the mannerisms of a man that walk like a man, dress like a man, sagging and shit. You know what I mean? Or let's say she a girly one, but when it's time for them to have sex, she put on a fake dick. So you're getting penetrated by a plastic ass, rubbery ass fake dick. You getting your pussy ate, your titties sucked, and you being caressed by a woman. A man can do that same thing. You just gotta quit being lazy and find your what's compatible to you. You gotta find your match. And the same thing with a man. You sitting there, you fucking a goddamn man in his ass. You got some women that like getting fucked in the ass. You getting head from a man. You can get that from a woman. You can lay around, roll around the bed with a woman. You just gotta quit being lazy. So it's just a mental thing. You don't know what you're talking about. Enlighten me, Michael. If I don't know, is the video is the video in the description? Yes, it's in the description. Jessica, go check it out. Um, Michael, if you're still there, Michael, what do you mean I don't know what I'm talking about? What part? To each his own. Like I say, once again, to each his own. I don't have a heaven or a hell to place you. So, Michael, if you are homosexual or whatever, and you feel like I'm attacking your community, I'm not attacking your community at all. Really did this video because I just watched the video. That's a piece in that video made prompt me to make me want to do this video. That's why I put it in the description so y'all can check it out. But I want to know what I was wrong about. I wouldn't date or be with either. Nikita, you wouldn't date a gay man that's been delivered, nor would you date a man that's been with multiple women. Is that what you're saying? Because if that's what you're saying, then you must gonna be waiting on you must gonna lay on one of these high schoolers till they get of age and they a virgin or whatever and get with one of these little high schoolers and hell these little high schoolers they be fucking like adults. So I mean I don't really know what you're gonna be waiting on, as far as with a companion relationship. Because if you're gonna get with a man, just know that whatever man that you with, Nikita, that man he don't fucked at least 20 women in his life before he got to you. Very true. I think there's a difference though. A man having sex with a woman has more strength and endurance than a woman with a dildo. I don't know. I don't know. I remember I saw a funny video on TikTok and they was interviewing this lesbian woman. They was like, how many rounds do you go before you stop? She was like, I gotta go at least what she said, what that lesbian girl said. She said, "How long you gotta go before you take a break or something?" She said some shit like, "I can go for hours. I gotta go for at least an hour. I go for hours." And then the dude that was doing a reaction to her, he was like, "I'm pretty sure you can go for hours, you motherfucker. You got a plastic dick." And he like, "The fuck? What the hell you think? You think you cracking us men or whatever?" You know what I'm saying? When we come, that shit knock out some fucking energy. We got to rebuild. Goddamn, we got to regroup. You like, goddamn, you just humped you just humping each other. You know what I'm saying? It ain't what you mean. What you Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you take a woman, if you take two women bent over on the bed, you on one side of the bed with this woman with this woman, you behind this lady bent over, and then another lady on the other end of the bed bent over, and there's a lesbian girl with a strap on, fucking her on that end. That girl is gonna have way more pumps than you. And even if you put in some work, even if you really slaughtered this goddamn woman, she gave her 45 minutes of pure fucking hell, and she's pleased. But guess what? When you bust, trying to regroup, you're gonna look over there, and goddamn Stacy gonna still be over there. Tracy's still gonna be over there pounding away because it's just an endurance for her. She just ain't what the energy is. The nut is not coming. She's not about, oh, I'm coming. Oh, and I feel it coming. Like no matter how much, no matter how much her girlfriend suck that plastic, she ain't feeling shit. She ain't feeling nothing. It's just they going with the motion. I don't watch porn and seeing that too. That had me laughing like hell. I see lesbian sex. She be sucking the goddamn plastic and what the hell you moaning for, girl? What you feel? Why the hell you acting like you enjoying this moment, like you feel that shit? This girl, it's back to it's a mindset thing. It's a mental thing. That's the only thing I can say. It's a mental thing, bro. Hey, we listen, but we don't judge. We listen, but we don't judge. Goddamn. Yeah, but y'all check the video out. Check it out. As y'all can see, I'm here. I am here. Finna pick up, drop off this load, wait for this truck to move. Waiting on this truck to move. Ah, shit. It ain't no comparison. Can't compete. That girl gonna sit there and pound that girl with that plastic dick 3 times long as you is. But you gonna poop out. But it's natural. Same to you, Jessica. Have a great day. And like I say, go in the description and check out the video. Come back to this video and tell me what you think about that video. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to that channel if you like it. You know what I'm saying? If you like the content, subscribe to that channel. I think you'll like it. If you're an open-minded person, a mature-minded person, you can understand, you can appreciate great content because a lot of bullshit online. I'm gonna be honest with you. I find myself watching a lot of bullshit content, entertainment purposes or whatever. But if you're looking for like a real good build like conversation, I would say, and you're a mature minded person, I say subscribe to that channel and support the channel. Them brothers have some real good content over there. So I don't only be watching the ignorant shit. I try not. I'm really trying to shy away from it. I'm really trying to speed walk my ass away from all the bullshit content on YouTube because this is a fucking crying shame. How much bullshit is on YouTube right now? How much clout chasing, just pointless ass conversations that's on YouTube right now. And then when you find a black podcast that has some real good build up, real good content, some shit that really can educate you, you know what I'm saying? Because you can be uneducated in the department and you can learn something. I learned something today. Looking at that video. But y'all leave y'all comment over there. Subscribe if y'all like what they talking about, and like, comment, and subscribe on this one here. I am Humble King. I am backing up to the location. Y'all have a peaceful, blessed day.